He's kind and generous to the sick. He'd never spread a nasty rumor. He never gets on people's wick and doesn't love a toilet humor.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Christmas Carol Countdown. Today I am joined by my friend and fellow Christmas Carol enthusiast, Rachel Wagner, to talk about Blackadder's Christmas Carol. Rachel also joined me last year to talk about several of her favorite versions of the story, and she introduced me to several versions I had never heard of. So this year I asked her to pick out something that was really out there, and she delivered in the form of Blackadder's Christmas Carol, which is a special holiday episode from the classic 1980s Britcom Blackadder. This version serves as more of a parody of the story than an actual adaptation, and plays out almost as an exact reverse of the story, with Ebenezer Blackadder starting out as sickeningly good, as described by his theme song, and then accidentally convinced to become a miserable miser by the ghost of Christmas Present. As you can tell, this one is way out there, so let's just get into it.
I thought this one would be fun because it's so different. You'd ask for eclectic, unusual versions, and so I thought this one would be fun one for you to add to your series.
Yeah, it's basically the exact opposite of a normal Christmas Carol.
Yeah, I think at least it's super funny. I mean, humor is very subjective, but these are some of the best British comic minds ever. Like, they are next to Monty Python. They're probably number 2. This grouping, they just really are funny, I think. And it's basically, the whole point of it is to show the Blackadder that mean people have all the fun. That's kind of the point of it. You should stop being so nice. And so it plays up on a lot of not only Christmas Carol tropes, but just sort of, I don't know, sentimental British Christmas storytelling kind of things. Really funny. All the performances are hilarious. Pauline Melville, though, as Mrs. Scratchit with her giant son is probably my favorite. She's hilarious.
I just liked the name Mrs. Scratchit.
Yeah. I mean, and everybody, Miriam Margolyes, Jim Broadbent, hilarious as Prince Albert and Queen Victoria. They're really funny. If you've only ever seen Robbie Coltrane in Harry Potter, it's really fun to see him here in this role. And his magic is hilarious. You get Hugh Laurie, Stephen Fry, Miranda Richardson, Tony Robinson. They're all hilarious. You know, if you're just in the mood for something different and to laugh, then this is a good choice. I mean, just hilarious lines like, I want a present. Give me something nice and shiny. And if you don't, I've got something nice and shiny for you. It's called an axe.
Yeah, there was a lot of really random and hilarious things in this. The whole scene with going into the future, but it was like an extreme far future, like so far beyond what you would expect. It was like Doctor Who, except even weirder.
Yeah, now that I've seen Doctor Who and I first saw this, I kind of do think they were sort of playing even up on that a little bit.
I think they might have been.
Yeah. I mean, just great lines. Like, I love Baldric. You wouldn't see a subtle plan if it painted itself purple and danced naked on top of a harpsichord singing subtle plans are here again. It's a fist. It's for hitting people with. The great thing is you can use it again and again and again. It just keeps hitting. Did you have a favorite part? Was the future part your favorite?
Probably, but there was a lot of really hilarious stuff in this. And like all the performances were great. There were so many great, weird, hilarious scenes.
Yeah.
I really like Miranda Richardson. One of my favorite Alice in Wonderland versions, she's the Queen of Hearts.
Oh, okay.
So she always gives a great performance, and I really liked her in this.
I also loved how people just came into his store and just kept stealing things. Like, they'd take his chicken and his Christmas tree and that was really funny. So, and written by Richard Curtis, who you will recognize from doing a lot of romantic comedies. He did Bridget Jones's Diary. He did For Weddings and a Funeral, Notting Hill, Love Actually, and a great British show called The Vicar of Dibley, which I love.
Oh yeah, I like that show too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like British humor and utterly ridiculous things, Then you'll probably like this one.
Yeah. And there's a whole Blackadder show, which you can get on DVD.
I think I might have seen a couple episodes, but I'm not like completely familiar with it. I know that it's like historical based and it's following this one guy through history. But like not the same guy. I'm not entirely sure of the concept.
Yeah, they call it a pseudo-historical British sitcom. So yeah, it's basically like an excuse for these funny guys to like go through history and make fun of stuff. And they have like they have a famous episode where Rowan Atkinson is Hitler, and I mean they can be very, very off color and outrageous for sure.
I would say it's not for everyone. I was telling my cousin Sarah, and she was like, "Tell me how it is, and if it's not too dirty, then maybe I'll watch it." While I was watching, I was thinking, I don't think Sarah will want to watch this.
Oh, you think it's too dirty?
For her, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's subtle. It's very innuendo based.
Yeah. There's a lot of it. That's true.
A lot of it, I'm not even sure I understood what they were talking about because it's so British.
So, a lot of the humor, it's just them calling each other stupid, which is funny. Like, yes, unless I'm very much mistaken, you're the winner of the Round Britain's Shortest, Fattest, Dumpiest Woman competition. And for her to be accompanied by the winner of this year's Stupidest Accent Award is really quite overwhelming.
There was some great insults once he finally turned mean.
Yeah, and Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie are just hilarious. If you've only seen Hugh Laurie as House, like you're really missing out on. I mean, I know that show has some humor, but he really can be hilarious. And there's a great show called Jeeves and Wooster.
Yeah, I've seen that. Actually, Sarah likes that show.
Oh yeah.
She's the one who introduced that one to me.
Yeah, it's definitely out there, and humor is super subjective, so not everybody will like it. But I don't know. I feel like almost everybody will have at least one joke that'll make them laugh. Especially if you like Monty Python, kind of British dry wit, then you'll love it.
Yeah,
that's I think the level of humor and tawdriness and things like that,
and absurdity.
Yeah.
I mean, Monty Python's probably a little more absurd, but this was still pretty absurd in places.
Yeah. It's just a really funny show, and it's a really funny little special. It's just 42 minutes. If you're just tired of all of the goo this brings you get at Christmas, especially in my life, then this is a good one to put on.
Yeah, this would definitely be an antidote if you were sick of the holiday cheer.
Yeah. I'd love for you to check out my channel, Rachel's Reviews, over on both iTunes and on YouTube. I do weekly family movie nights, and check that out. Also, I have the Hallmarkies podcast, where we are covering all the Hallmark movies and most of the other television movies this season, and all year long. We have so much fun doing that. So Hallmarkies podcast, check that out as well.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. Rachel will be back later this month for another episode. But in the meantime, in the next episode, I'll be here by myself to talk about a much more recent holiday special. So recent, in fact, that it actually just came out this month. It's called Last Christmas and is an episode of the new DuckTales series. While this is definitely not a direct adaptation of the Christmas Carol story, it does heavily feature characters from and references to the 1983 Mickey's Christmas Carol, which I reviewed for this series last year. So you can look forward to that, and I'll see you next time.